So I suspect the 944 has a loose timing belt, so I'm going to go ahead and check it and show you guys how to. You're only going to need one tool to do this, and that's just a 10mm socket with an extension. Now, the typical way to check the timing belt is going to be this little plug right here, but this only lets you check the condition of the belt, not if it's too loose or too tight. So to check it, you're just going to take your 8mm socket, and there's going to be a bunch of bolts around the timing belt cover here. Some of them are pretty difficult. They're lodged in between the other belts or underneath the water pump, so just make sure you get all of them. Once you have all the bolts out, it is kind of a pain to drag this out of there because you got to get in between the other belts and this hose right here, but it does just slide right out. There's supposed to be 7 bolts in here. I only have 5, but I guess it's good enough. When you're in here, you're going to see the 2 belts. The first one in front is going to be your balance shaft belt, and then the one back here is going to be your timing belt, and then this is going to be your water pump pulley right here. I don't have a gauge to tell how tight these actually are, but what I hear online is that this one should be able to turn 90 degrees, and this one should be able to turn 180 degrees. I don't think it's loose by looking at it, but I'm going to go ahead and start the car while the cover's off, so that way I can get a better look at it. But also do be careful if you're going to start your car up without the cover because it's fully exposed. So I don't think that the timing belt is necessarily loose. It might be just a little bit, but I do notice the water pump pulley is not fully going in a circle. But if you guys see anything that maybe I don't know, just let me know. Now you're supposed to replace the timing belt on this car every 3 to 4 years or every 30 to 40,000 miles. It was last done 8 years ago on this car. Now it's only been about 10,000 miles since then, but still 8 years, twice the amount of time that you're supposed to. Now I do plan to do the timing belt and water pump and a bunch of other stuff on this car within hopefully the next month. But until then, just making sure it's safe, making sure it's still good to drive for the time being, and I think it is.